I'm going to move on from this topic, but before I do that, I just do need to put to you that your evidence that you had the letter in your possession from a public source, and I emphasize public, on the evening of the 1st of January is not plausible. It was not available from public sources on the evening of the 1st of January.
I got it from there. I got it from there, and that's it. There's no way I found it except the social media. And I'm saying even the owners of that letter, none of them says he got an email. From General Mkonazi and Masemola, they all say they saw it from the social media. All of them. No one owns up that I received the letter.
Yes, there are, I think, 5 named addressees of the letter on the email. Can I move to the last topic of the day, which hopefully... And I want to address your 2 crime intelligence operations. You say that there were 2 operations, one to investigate Kat Matlala, who you suspected of corruption in securing the SAPS contract, and the second one was to infiltrate crime intelligence to expose... And you were briefed by General Sibiya on both of these investigations at a certain point.
I briefed him.
You briefed him.
Yeah.
And if I understood your evidence correctly, the understanding was that your handlers would keep General Sibiya appraised of what was going on with your investigations.
To keep General Sibiya?
Yes, to keep filling him in. General Sibiya would need to know what you were doing.
That's correct.
Yes. Now, these were 2 separate operations, were they not?
That's correct.
And it would be important, given the nature of the different targets, to keep those operations separate.
No, not necessarily. You cannot keep them separate.
Well, let me put this to you. Kat Matlala was a suspected criminal, is that not right? You suspected him of criminally securing the SAPS contract through corrupt means.
That's correct.
So it would be important to keep crime intelligence investigation material away from Mr. Matlala so that this suspected criminal wasn't given access to classified information from crime intelligence.
Mr. Matlala is not these amateur criminals. He belongs to this league. Me giving or not giving him information, he'll still have access to information.
Yes, but you wouldn't want to give him crime intelligence classified information.
That's correct. Except for if, like he has powerful media control. Unless if I want to publish something, I can give to him.
So if you want to leak something out into the press, you can get it that way through Mr. Matlala?
I could, not only him, but he's one of the people I could use.
Let me put something to you. Page 10 of your statement, paragraph 39. You say there that you got Mr. Matlala to pay for your handler to travel to Cape Town for the January 8th celebrations.
That's correct. That's correct.
He was one of the passengers who Mr. Matlala paid for.
That's correct.
Why? Wasn't there a risk that you would expose your handler's details to Mr. Matlala, who was the criminal you were investigating? I mean, you had to give him a copy of your handler's ID book to book the air ticket.
That was not in the mind. What was in the mind was to make sure that The co-handler and the partner are both in Cape Town.
Well, you did have to give details, including an ID number of your co-handler and an ID book to get the air tickets booked and paid for by Mr. Matlala.
That's correct.
So Mr. Matlala ended up with details of the identity of your handler, even if he didn't know that it was your handler.
That's correct.
You say it was important for your co-handler to come down to Cape Town.
True.
Why?
There was an operation to take place in Cape Town. Again, there were so many people involved. And lastly, if Cat could ever come to Cape Town, because the plan was to inform him in the last minute, if ever it could come to Cape Town, my co-handler should also be there.
You said earlier that it was clear that Matlala was never going to meet the minister, who wasn't even in Cape Town, or Sibiya, who you were going to offer him as a consolation prize. It was clear that that wasn't going to happen.
Yes.
So why did you need your handler there?
No, instruction of the handler, I can't say I don't need the handler. If they say you are going to Cape Town, no problem, but make sure you are with whoever and whoever. That's what must happen.
So did General Sibiya know that your handler was in Cape Town? Did he authorize getting Kat Matlala to pay for your handler's flight down to Cape Town, giving your handler's ID to Kat Matlala?
General Sibiya didn't know that the handler was in Cape Town. He didn't even have
But General Sibiya himself was in Cape Town.
He was in Cape Town.
You told Mr. Matlala that. I think the relevant message is at page 85 of the annexure bundle. There on the 8th of January at 17:53, you texted Mr. Matlala and you said, "I'm in Cape Town, Sibiya's in Camps Bay."
That's correct.
Was General Sibiya in Camps Bay?
I knew he was going to stay in Camps Bay. He was not yet there. He was on duty.
Where did you stay in Cape Town?
I stayed in Sea Point. Then I moved to, the second day I moved to another hotel.
Did you ever plan to stay in Camps Bay yourself?
No, I did not have a place to stay in Camps Bay.
Can you go to page 79 of the bundle? January 6th, 10:55.
And that was 79.
79, indeed. There you text Mr. Matlala, "Morning, is it still fine that we meet tomorrow? I'm off to Cape Town on Wednesday for January 8th. Also confirming the house in Camps Bay."
That's correct.
What were you referring to?
To his house in Camps Bay.
Whose house in Camps Bay?
Cat Matlala's house.
He has a house in Camps Bay.
He said he has a house in Camps Bay.
And why did you need to confirm that?
Now that's another thing. It's work. You see, we know his house in Durban, both here in Gauteng. It was important to know, as we get closer to a person, I had to know his house in Camps Bay. And now that he didn't come, we never bothered. He also had to meet someone from, I kept, if you check on my messages, how I ask him about Camps Bay, it's almost the same way when I ask him about the iPad guy. I kept on reminding him, Camps Bay, because he said he was going to show us, there was going to be someone who's going to do all those things in Camps Bay.
Can I take you then to page 92?
How How long will that be?
2-3 minutes, and then I'm
thank
off this topic. January 2025. You text Mr. Matlala again. You're now down in Cape Town. My brother, thanks for everything. 2 people outstanding. Number 2, the contact person and the location of the accommodation in Camps Bay.
That's correct.
What are you asking for there?
The same house. He said he has a house, he has this and that, and we wanted to see that house as part of investigation.
And why would Mr. Matlala think that it was all right to give you the contact person and the location of the accommodation in Camps Bay? What did he think you were asking for?
Commissioners, maybe this should also be emphasized. If we saw the house and then we could even get people to sleep, I could sleep there. What was important is to know the house, to know he has the asset.
No, I understand
belonging
that
to
you
this
wanted,
man.
you say you wanted to identify
Yes.
the address and where it was.
Yes.
But what did Mr. Matlala think you were asking about?
The accommodation in Camps Bay, the house.
You
promised-
wanted the accommodation for yourself, you said.
No, it says it's a holiday house, commissioners. It could host up to 8 to 10 people. But I could not say, I want to see your house. If the house is available for accommodation, you will say, I need to see that house. I want accommodation in that house.
So you were sending this text as though you were asking Mr. Matlala to use the accommodation in Camps Bay for yourself and guests, or what?
Entertainment. I could ask him the same, but he said he has a house there. And if you check the chats, he never responded when it comes to that house.
And did you ever establish the address of this house in Camps Bay?
Establish what, Commissioner?
The address of this house in Camps Bay that
No.
Mr. Matlala had?
No, we were expecting to get a location for that house.
And it never came?
Never came.
And did you ever establish the address of the house that the General Sibiya stayed in Camps Bay?
No, I did not, because the General Sibiya, I think he was, they booked somewhere in Camps Bay.
He booked somewhere in Camps Bay?
I believe so, because even there were a lot premiers, a lot of people book in Camps Bay.
Yeah, indeed they do.
Yes.
They don't usually speak to Kat Matlala about their bookings, though. Commissioners, I have no further questions on this topic. I do want to go further in relation to the broader issue of crime intelligence, but that can come another time.
Thank you, Mr. Shaskelson. We will adjourn at this stage, and the resumption of Mr. Mogotsi's testimony will be on a date to be arranged between the Chief Evidence Leader and Mr. Mogotsi's legal representatives. We will resume at 9:30.
Councillor Chair, I thought I'm coming back again on Tuesday.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mogotsi.
My apologies.
Mr. Mogotsi thought that he was expected back on Tuesday, but it's been clarified that he's...
Oh, your legal representatives will clarify to you, Mr. Mogotsi.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Utlwile bathong. Ditlhako di botlhoko.